So, last time I made Donkey Kong bananas, they were pretty tasty, and this week I'm going to be making Triforce muffins. These are a little bit easier to make, they're a little less fiddly. Without further ado, for the cakes themselves, you're going to need 125 grams of margarine, soft margarine, and 125 grams of caster sugar. That's the finer sugar, not granulated. 150 grams of self-raising flour. That's self-raising, just so you remember. If you get the other kind of flour, your muffins are going to droop, which isn't going to be good. You can't have droopy Triforces. You want 2 large eggs. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of cocoa. So that's the kind of stuff that you can put in, that's good for baking, you see. Drinking chocolate isn't going to work. Okay, you're going to need the proper stuff. And you're going to need 25 grams of chocolate. I'll do the icing sugar ingredients when I get to the icing sugar stage. Cool. Okay, first thing you want to do is melt the chocolate, and you want to melt it really slowly because you'll be doing all the other ingredient stuff while this melts. Okay, so we'll put it on a low heat. Before you do anything else, the first thing you want to do is set your oven to gas mark 4. That's 180 degrees centigrade or 350 degrees Fahrenheit if you've got a different kind of oven. What you're going to want to do whilst the chocolate is melting is you want to take all the ingredients I just showed you and put them in an electric mixing bowl so that they can get properly frothed up. Okay? Okay, so we got caster sugar, we got the flour, ooh, get in. We've got the margarine, get in there. Yeah. Carefully now. Ooh. Get all that horrible goop in there because it makes the muffins really great. And 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. 1, 2, and a little bit more for luck. Yeah. Now it's time to start mixing. Get it to the side so it will mush up. Feed it in there. Next thing you need is your tray, your indented tray, so you can put all of these cases in them. So fill it up. Hee. Check it out. Yeah! Take that, Cadbury's. Next you want to mix your melted chocolate in with your mixture for your cakes. So just put that in. Okay, the next part's really simple. You just put your dollops into here. And as you can see, you don't fill up the entire cup. Don't fill up the whole thing because when they bake, they rise up. That's what the self-raising flour was for. And if you put too much in each cup, then they'll just go and it'll turn into a big cake. And you don't want a big cake. Or maybe you do want a big cake, but I don't. There's not enough in there. Let's deal with it! Get in there, you titty. Urgh. I know everything I cook in this kitchen is so lovely looking, isn't it? That's better. While those are baking, we can put together the icing sugar mix. Okay, what you want is 225 grams of icing sugar, and you want to sieve that shit, so that's why it's in a sieve. You want 100 grams of unsalted butter, that's nice and soft. You want a little bit more icing sugar so that you can dust the top of the muffins if you like. And an optional lemon. Now you don't have to use lemon in the icing stuff. lemon icing and chocolate muffins might not be your thing, but I quite like them together. So use a lemon if you want your Triforce to have that extra glowy yellow feel to it, okay? First thing we're going to do is we're going to sieve the stuff. Ah! Fuck! Okay. Carefully sieve. Oh shit, it's going everywhere. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to hold the camera whilst doing this. Carefully, without destroying the kitchen in a myriad of whiteness, sieve your icing sugar. Carefully. I'm going to do it in the air for you because I'm that special. Ah, look at all that mist. Next you want to beat up your butter in a mixing bowl so it's nice and light and fluffy, so that it looks like that. Now you want to gradually put in the sugar. So that means just put a little bit of icing sugar in there and then stir it up. Should look a bit like that. I always put some lemon in it as well because it makes it a bit drippier. It makes it a bit more easy to push into the triangle. So I'm going to add my lemon now. This is rubbish. This thing isn't even slightly grinding. A little bit. God, it is barely happening. Look at this lemon, it's so tough. Where did it come from? Link wouldn't give up if he was making muffins. He'd see it through. So will I. Oh my god. Look at that. That is all that's come out of that. That's rubbish. Screw this. That's all I'm using. What's much easier to do is to just juice the motherfucker rather than grinding it. I'm not happy with you. Cut the bastard in half and go to town. And what you want to do with the juice is you want to add it very gradually because it is strong. If you add it too fast, the whole thing will just turn to mush. I hope you can hear all these lovely squelchy sounds. Now if you want, you can add some yellow food colouring to it. I've not done this before, so I'm going to do it right now on film. I'm just going to put a drop in at first and then mix it in. I think that looks pretty good. Ah, they're looking good. In fact, maybe they're ready to come out. Okay, the next act you want to take is you want to start cutting your triangles into the buns. So let's see how this goes. And then you want to very, very carefully pop that out. Now you've got a triangle hole for your Triforce to go in. And more importantly, you've got that left. You're going to need that, don't throw it away. Now if it goes over the edge, you don't need to worry, because once the icing hardens, if you're not happy with the shape, then you can always just chop it with a knife into the desired shape that you want. What we want to do next is we want to chop a small triangle from the big triangles to put in the centre of these so that Triforce will be complete. There's a really fat Triforce. I'm going to try it again. Hopefully we'll get lots of different kinds of Triforces, not just fat ones. Ta-da! And they were all Triforced up. The last thing that we're going to do with these is we're going to sprinkle them with icing sugar so they've got that extra magic sparkle. Just rustle them around, and that's enough to give a little sprinkling of icing sugar on each muffin to make it look just that little more magical. Marvellous. So, yay! They look good. That, my friend, is the Triforce of yum.